All right, welcome back. Very long time coming. It's been a very long time. I don't even remember what episode this is. I think this is seven.
7 or 8. It's one of them.
Okay, six through eight. You
Yeah.
know what? I want to find out right now. Let's
Okay.
check
Yeah. Loki, go check.
because this is not a good thing. We're the hosts. I'm the host. We're both the hosts of this podcast. We should know this.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. While you're checking, welcome back to the Use Your Head podcast with Riyan and Nikhil. Um,
Yeah, we
it's
can we
been
can just cut that. We can cut that first part out. Yeah.
no. I'm gonna keep. No, fuck you. I'm gonna keep
Oh yeah,
that.
no, that's cool. That's cool too. Okay. No, this is episode. Okay, it was episode six. Not okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
redo.
All
All
right.
right,
Start
welcome
over.
back, everybody, to episode six of the Use Your Head podcast with Nikhil and Riyan. It's been a long time. We've been in a hiatus of some sort. We
Yep.
both have things come up.
Hmm.
Which weekends busy because we usually record these on the weekends, but I was out for a lot of weekends. Also, I did not go to Blacksburg this weekend. I was supposed to.
Oh, really? You were supposed to?
Yeah, because I want to go to the UVA Tech game.
Yeah. Which,
Then
by the way, oh,
yeah, look at us.
look at us, man.
Yeah. So then
Uh,
I didn't go this weekend, and then I was supposed to go this other weekend, and I was in Charlotte instead, so I didn't go that weekend.
mm.
The weekend before, I went to St. Charles, Illinois, because I think we had a podcast talking about that, right?
Actually,
So
no. I don't think we did.
really, it's been
Yeah.
that.
I think it's been
Oh
that
my
long.
gosh, yeah,
Because
because I met
yeah,
you. Oh, they don't know about that.
they don't know, dude.
Oh
It's
my,
been that long.
it's been over a month. It's been almost 2 months. No, it's actually been
Almost.
2 months. No, it's been
It's
over
been,
2 months.
yeah, bro.
Wow, look at us. So I guess yeah, welcome back from this hiatus.
Hmm.
It's a
People have been
lot.
waiting, man. The people have been commenting. I think
People have been commenting.
I do want to read these because these are some pretty funny comments, dire comments, but funny comments. Let me go find this because
Wait, comments on the
on our
real
Instagram, right? So
really?
both Vihan and Raghav are, you know, in physical pain because they have not viewed one of our podcasts in a very, very long time. Let me read this for you. Um,
Yes.
Vihan 3 weeks ago says, "Please come back. It's been a month." And then I said back soon, but it's been 3 weeks, so definitely not back soon.
That's it's like when
um,
Kanye says soon for his albums and then never drops them.
yeah.
So
Um, Vihan then commented, "I've started to go into a deep depression without the Use Your Head podcast."
that's crazy.
And then Raghav says, "Day 36 of no Use Your Head podcast. My mouth is foaming and I have frequent seizures."
Raghav Padre or Raghav Om?
Raghav Padre.
Padre.
And then Vihan commented under that. Um, Day 40 of no Use Your Head podcast. Currently on ventilator and IV. Brain is shutting down.
Yo, we're doing this for y'all, man.
We're doing it for you guys,
Well, I mean, we're
man.
doing this for us and y'all. So I appreciate the love, you know, from
Hope y'all feel
Vihan.
better.
Yeah. Have you been getting texts from people like, yo, where's the podcast at? What do
A
you where
couple here and there. Like, I didn't. So, okay, there's a lot to catch up on here. But
yeah.
when I went to Austin, right, to visit the team and everything,
Yeah.
a lot of them were asking me while I was there, like, yo, like, what happened? Like, where are you guys? Um, Somehow the conversation of churros came back up and like they were like, yeah, man, like I know you love your churros, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, you watch that? Damn, okay.
It's like
um, so but the people are waiting. And
I've been getting a whole lot of shit from Sujit specifically.
right, okay, yeah.
Sujit specifically has been getting on my ass about not doing this podcast. He goes like, "This is like everything else you've done in Riyan. You said you're gonna drop a mixtape in high school, and you never did." And I was like, "Man, that was always fake." But I also made it. I never admitted that it was fake.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm never gonna. Even though I'm admitted it now, I'm gonna take it back just because of Sujit. Even though that might not ever release, but hey, Sujit, watch out. You know. But no, Suju was getting on my ass, going like, "Where the hell is the podcast, bro? Like you do this all the time, bro. Like you did 3 episodes, 4 episodes, 5 episodes, and then you just quit, man. Like what the
Oh,
heck,
come on. It's not
man?"
just you. It's not just you. You got to tell him that. Because like
No, no, no,
while
I
you
told
had all
him
your
like,
shit, like, oh, go ahead, sorry.
no, I was going like I told him like, "Yo, it's like me and Nikhil. Like we want to make sure that we're doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I just started work. I need to get into the rhythm of things. I want to like make sure I get my life together and stuff. And like same thing with Nikhil, man. Like I know you. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, like if anybody listens to the podcast. everybody knows that you have so much stuff going
Dude,
on.
I'm fucking going through it, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah. You want to talk about it on the pod?
Let's talk about it. So, okay. I think the last time that you and I, probably not on the pod, but like the last time you and I spoke about it, I think was a couple weeks ago. But then before that was when you were in Chicago. Like work was kicking my ass back then, man. And it was like it was pretty bad. It's gotten better. Um, not from the sense of like the work itself, but the sense of like I've figured it out. And I'm like getting in the like you mentioned, like getting in the rhythm of things is happening, which is good. Um, that along with you know the master's degree on the side here, which is the other thing, that's also picked up drastically. I have my like I told you, I have my final presentation this upcoming Friday. So
Yeah.
as you can imagine, the work for that is picking up crazy right now too, because we're getting to that point.
Yeah.
As a result, like I don't have time for anything, dude, and it's pretty hectic around here. That being said, like it after this Friday, I think everything chills out considerably because now like I finally have like time to just
Yeah.
sit, pretty much every time I come back after work is sort of like that, it's the degree.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, like on the weekends it's very much the degree as well because that's the only amount of like concrete time I have.
Yeah.
um and so it'll ease up a lot afterwards, but I think overall we're in a better headspace, I would say, because things have like we're getting in the rhythm of things now and things are making sense. It took 6 months, but like yeah, we're finally there.
And
uh,
that's the major thing,
mhm.
like I think when we talked about it in Chicago, like headspace is so important, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's if that's not there, then you gotta you can't really do too much without a good headspace.
Mhm.
Like, are you still working crazy hours? Like
Yeah,
what?
I mean, not as much anymore. I
Mhm.
think we're averaging like a 9 hour day ish, right?
Okay.
Which is still a lot, but like,
Still more than I mean, because you also you were told that you were going to be getting like 40-hour work weeks when you first signed, right? And now
yeah,
it was more originally, but now it's to say it's 9 is kind of crazy because it used to be like 10, 11, 12
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that being said, like that is the job. No one tells you that when you get here, but like you go on Reddit, you read about it, like they work the fuck out of you, man, and that's the expectation, honestly. Like
Yeah.
they look at the hours, and if you're not over 40, something's up. 40
Yeah.
itself is not good enough. So
See.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy because wait, I mean, did you know that going in? I guess I assumed that you didn't.
yeah. No, I did.
You did?
I
Okay.
did. Yeah, but it was like it's too late. I had signed the fucking contract. There's
That's
nothing I
true.
can do.
That's true.
um,
I mean, people work you, man. It's good when you're young too because then you like develop that work ethic.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
then going forward, it's going to be easier for you to like do things when it becomes more. That's what like investment banking is, right? Like a
Oh,
rule does that. Like he said,
yeah.
like it was like, oh, for the first 2 years, I'm going to be treated like complete shit, working like 80-hour work weeks. But then
Hmm.
after that, I'm still going to get a bag, and
I mean, you're getting the bag during it as well,
yeah, and then
but
he's still going to get a bag after, and then work a regular 8 to 5 or nine to
yeah,
five.
yeah, yeah.
So
I haven't talked to a rule in a while. I need to reach out to him.
yeah, I also I would never, not never, but I mean like.
I mean, y'all are in tight. That's all that
Yeah,
is.
we weren't super duper close
Yeah,
like
yeah.
before.
I mean,
So
he's in my grade, so it makes sense.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
only interacted like that last year that we were there.
yeah,
So,
that's true. He was
um,
cool though. Shout out him, I guess,
man,
because
I guess.
part of that team. I guess.
Oh man.
And I don't know if people saw on the Instagram that we met up in Chicago.
Yeah, we posted on
Yeah,
the story.
we posted on our story on
We should,
about that.
yeah, Chicago, dude. I still think about that weekend. You know how like relaxing that was for me. Dude, I needed that desperately. I needed that weekend.
Yeah. You
It
also
was
saw your
good. What was it?
you saw me and then you saw your friend. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, Vedant. So I saw Vedant
Yeah.
out there. And then his friend TK was also visiting that weekend.
Mhm.
So it was just nice to chill with them. But I think more than anything, it was like I think around that time, this was what 2 months ago. Around that time, it was starting to get really, really like pressurized here.
Yeah.
Um, and so like a weekend where like where I could go and just not think about anything, right? Literally just dick around in Chicago, just get fucking Pequod's pizza, you know,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
just like
that was really good too,
that
by
was
the way.
really good.
We had to
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
reservation for that.
Hmm.
Shout out, we got that, we got shout out Pequods. It was
Shout out
really good.
Pequod's.
I ate the entire like we shared it like a small pan and we
Yeah, yeah.
got 2 slices and you didn't finish the second slice, right?
No,
I
so
felt so fat because I
yeah,
finished.
no, dude, I finished one slice and then like half of that second one I took the rest home. That was my
Yeah.
dinner that day as well, bro. I was like, I was so lethargic that day. I could not like. It was a
Just not.
struggle like to get off my couch, dude. I felt so fat.
Oh my gosh. Hey, but honestly, like deep dish is like a once every like 1 to 2 years sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
don't have to get it ever again for the next 1 to 2 years, you
No,
know?
we're good. No, that's my quota, man. I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah, honestly, because anytime, so I used to, when I was in Chicago last summer, I had friends that visited me
Mm.
and we went to get deep dish. And that, mind you, that was 2 times in one summer. That already sounds like a lot. And like people
Yeah,
that haven't had deep dish before, you got to know that that is so heavy. I
yeah.
mean,
It's
it,
like arguably one of the worst things you could put in your body, bro.
oh, we
It's
talked
like,
about that too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like so much
It-
oil, so much fat, so
like
much carb.
butter. It's like it's straight carb. There's like no the protein is coming from like the cheese, and it's not even
Yeah.
that much
It's like
cheese.
saturated fats too. It's like not
Yeah,
even
bro. It's like a that is a you're taking weeks off your lifespan with that shit, bro. Like,
like that's so for sure. Um, but then we talked about because I wanted to go back to what you were saying about work and like how it's gonna start feeling a little more easy. But the thing is, I was questioning that because you are not only that, you also have that whole road like you're doing helping with the cinematography,
yeah,
like
yeah,
also like other like intro videos for like our team and then other teams potentially too.
yeah.
And
So I mean, this kind of so it's a good thing that I went and visited the team in Austin. Which first off, shout out Road, man, shout out them.
yeah, he's
Um,
wearing the hoodie.
I even got the hoodie on.
I was wearing
Unplanned by the way. It's just a good ass hoodie.
I mean for real. I was wearing it all week. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Shout out them going to Jellic, doing really good at Jellic as well while they were there. Um, it was really like it was so good to see everybody. That was another case of like when I was in Chicago, it's the same sort of feeling where like if you just feel comfortable more than anything.
yeah,
Um, but to see them killing it, to see them like doing really really good, just puts a big smile on your face. They're taking it serious, man. They're so for real about this right now.
that's good.
Um, like they're getting worked. I will say that they're and it's willing. It's like on purpose though. I don't think anyone's like done with it or not nearly like the state of mind that we were when we were there. Right? Everyone's bought in, which is the biggest thing that you can ask for here. Went to Jellic, they did really good, and like the morale is pretty high. You and I have both seen the list of comps that they're getting into or they're going into spring, right? So
Yeah,
it's a good list.
good list. Yeah,
And
I mean
these,
some of I think one of the lineups got released, right?
mhm.
The Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
So yeah, that'll be cool. That'll
That'll
be
be fun. Yeah. And so, but to your point, right? They Anane is kind of good with the cinematography stuff, so he's doing the camera work, which takes a lot off of my plate, right?
Mhm.
I was concerned about me having to like do it while I was back in Nova, like in a couple of weeks where I'm going back for Christmas, right? I thought I would have to do it then. But he knows what he's doing, which is good. So it is more just the editing portion. Introvid for the introvid. And then digital backdrop is not that crazy. I can do it. It's just finding clips and stuff, right?
That's true.
Um,
Still takes time.
it takes a lot of time. Yeah. That combined with the editing with this pod, because I do intend to keep we need to come back on this, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
more regular and stuff.
yeah, and so but that like the this is part of even being an adult, bro, is what this is. Okay. Like everything you get like um what's the word? Decision fatigue is what this is. That's the term.
That's
So
yeah,
every nearly everything that I do on a daily basis now, right, requires a decision to be made, either yes or no, or this or that, or in some case, right?
yeah,
Um, what am I gonna eat this morning? Should I eat the pancakes that I've made this morning, or should I be healthy and eat like yogurt or whatever? That's a daily thing with me, by the way. Um, right?
that's I mean that's a hard decision, honestly.
It's a minute, it's so small, and like it's a shitty example, but that's one, right? Um, like do I go and buy Chipotle on the way back from work today, or do I eat what I got in the fridge? Right, we got
Yeah,
food at the house. I keep saying food things. I don't know why I keep saying food.
a lot of food decisions. Do I
um,
go into work or not? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly, right. Do I want to get paid or not? No, I'm kidding.
exactly.
Um, like how am I going to use my time? Is the way that I'm thinking about this, right? So like a lot of the times after work, do I do my report? Do I do the work for my degree, or do I just slack off here because I need it? Right. And I've made the decision both ways a bunch of times
Yeah,
with Varode and everything. Now that the degree is wrapping up, right now that time is open. where it'll be that takes up that time. And that's not exactly work either. I enjoy doing it too.
Mhm.
But to what I was saying earlier, like that, yeah, you're growing up, man. Like there's only so many hours in the day, and there's not a lot of time for me to just sit around anymore. A
Yeah.
lot of it is like I gotta make a decision as to like what I'm gonna do with my time. And it's a conscious decision at that too.
Yeah.
So
I get that. And
mhm,
I think decision fatigue when you're an adult definitely makes more sense because you're working a 9 to 5. You can't make those decisions during a 9 to 5 because you have to focus on your work.
exactly, yeah.
And when it comes to like your 5 to 9, because I like to sleep around 10:30, 11, because
Hmm.
I like to wake up early,
No,
you know,
same,
get
yeah.
my morning routine in and then
Hmm.
start work. Um, but then 5 to 9, right? Like I want to get more into my, spiritual side. I want to dedicate some time to like my spiritual organization. Whether it be like volunteering work or just like my own like growth, you know what I'm saying? Just like taking time to like focus on myself and like myself essentially. But then there's also like, oh, I want to hang out with my friends. I also want to hang out with my family. Oh, should I cook today? Should I meal prep? When do I go to the gym? I mean, I usually go to the gym in the mornings, but let's say I skip the gym that day. Like, do I go to the gym? You know, um, when it's a podcast sort of thing, like, oh, should I like work on stuff for the podcast? There's like so many things that are like, and also like side hustles and like other hobbies. There's so many things that we need to take into account for
Hmm.
like for making decisions. And for you, I can't imagine because I'm already having something like this. Like I sometimes my friends want to hang out and I can't be hanging out that day. And then sometimes I overbook. And this is about me being more organized as an adult and
Yeah,
figuring it out.
yeah.
And I think like I was texting my boy Sabal, we talked
Hey,
about the podcast.
yeah.
Uh I texted him the other day going like, bro, I need to get my life together, So let's sit down and figure this out for the whole organization thing because I don't hang out with him a lot, but I kind of just want to like think about just organizing my week because I can't do everything in one day. I have to also like along with working out, I also want to do like more cardio and stuff like that. It's bounce everything, right? Like being like we talk about living too. Like being a whole human is actually a whole chore as well. Like you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to do your laundry, you have to clean your bathroom. Like you have to do everything, you know what I'm saying? Like maintaining your home and space and everything takes time to do too. So you have to allocate some time during the week to do that, you
Hmm.
know? So it's so essential to be organized. And I feel like in college it was easier because I think I didn't realize that you're on your own schedule in college.
Yep.
So you have the time to do these things. You kind of like inherently make a schedule, like without knowing.
Yeah, and it's like based around your classes too.
Yeah.
And like classes are not a current 9 to 5 at that too, right?
Yeah.
There's gaps in between. You go home in between. Some days you don't have classes, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's I
Not
think
nearly as much time as a 9 to 5.
what was that? Wait, say it
Like
again.
not nearly as much time as a nine to five.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. And like the argument is like, yeah, there's homework and there's shit like that. But back then we were kids, right? We didn't really understand efficiency to that point. It was just like do
Yeah.
it and get it done whenever you can.
Yeah.
Um, that's the thing. Efficiency is the thing here.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of and this is so funny. You bring up college as an ad. My fireplace is gone. Oh.
I love that. I was looking at it. I'm just like, this guy got the
Yeah.
fireplace.
Oh, there
I
it
love
is. Okay.
it. We love it.
By the way, yeah, new setup. By the way,
I was gonna say, I was pointing. I see the switch in the back. I see the fireplace,
you know what I'm
man. I see
saying?
the, I
Got
see
a
the
little
light.
ambient lighting. You know what I'm saying? I got the TV light, the thing in the back.
Yeah,
I got that yesterday.
yeah,
Right? It's a
yeah.
vibe.
I'm back at home right now because Artie was here this week, and because of Thanksgiving break,
Right,
so
right,
I was just hanging out with him at home, and he left not too long ago. Then I did some like chores back at home, like my laundry, like the cooking, the getting groceries, the cleaning the house, because my parents are in India right now.
right, right.
I had to like do the job of like helping maintain the house and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, so now we do this podcast and whatnot. So
There
yeah,
you
but
go.
going back to what you were saying about the efficiency.
So I tell you what, when we were visiting everyone in Austin, right? So when I got to Austin, I landed. I hung out with my homies. Shout out Jay. Shout out Jackson. At Jackson, excuse me. Um, I love those guys, bro. And I told you this earlier. The first time I had visited Austin was their place, and Jackson was moving in.
Yeah, you told me
Beautiful
that.
spot, bro.
Yeah,
Austin is such a
nice.
cool city, and it's like every time I go there, um, both of them are always like so hospitable to me. Those are my guys, right? I've known Jay since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah,
And Jackson too. Actually, both of them. Yeah, yeah. Point is that same feeling, right? That I have going to Chicago, going visited the team. I get with them as well. It's good to be comfortable around everybody. But I was with them, landed Friday. I was with them Friday night. Saturday morning, we went and got like a brunch and everything. And then I was with the team. So I was with Jay and Jackson, two employed guys, right? Same age as us. This
Yeah.
efficiency thing, they got their lives figured out, whatever, all that. Then you go visit the team, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it's two different worlds, bro. It's so crazy to see where we came from because
Yeah.
these, as much as I love Varode and I love the guys, like shout out everybody, y'all are disorganized as fuck, bro. And
Yeah.
you walk into that room and you remember those fucking hotel rooms when we were staying in the cons,
Yeah.
dude. It's like it's a war zone in there, and there's just like like blankets on the floor and like there's just food sitting out, and it's like damn, we really came from that. Nobody's fault, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's it's
it's not
nobody's fault. Like
yeah.
that's just how these comp weekends go, right? There's
Yeah.
nothing you can
It's
do.
it's such a fever dream, a comp weekend. Like
Yeah, man.
think
Yeah.
about like we came from traveling. Sometimes we would when we went to Nusha, we traveled at like 4 in the morning, bro.
And
It was
that's what they did for their flights, right?
yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy,
It,
dude.
it,
Yeah.
it's just a like it's 4 in the morning. Then you go like to the comp. Then you have a mixer. Then you're practicing. You're practicing for hours and hours until you get to sleep for maybe
Mhm.
2 hours, and you wake up to do whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah, man.
You go compete, and there's after party, and there's so much that went on, and then you go back to school the very next Monday,
Yes, bro.
acting like nothing happened.
It is like the
So
most amount of
weird.
like sensory overload. And I don't know what happened while I was there. I was just consciously realizing this, you know,
Yeah,
like holy fuck, you know, like life is everything's so efficient nowadays that when
yeah,
you get that like concentrated amount of like this, like lights, after party, dance, you know,
yeah.
vape, like it's just
All of it.
it's all at you at the same time. It's like damn, like oh my god, like
Yeah.
everything's changed, you know. Um,
Everything is being an adult so much like it makes sense. That stuff does not make sense to me. And it will never make sense.
yeah,
Like the amount of things that are happening that weekend for pretty much 2 days because Sunday you're going back.
right.
It's crazy.
It is
Like,
crazy.
it's like the alphabet where you're seeing A B C D and there's elemental P. It's like what the hell happened to elemental? Like wow, it's like what are we doing? You know? It's like it's like life just goes steady until you get to elemental P on this comp weekend, and then you just go back. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
Nor-
yeah.
we just act like it's just normal. We just
Yeah.
act. It just
Hmm.
whatever just happened was normal.
Hmm.
It's a crazy concept to me.
It is. It's absolutely insane. But okay, I will say like just being in Austin, that city, I fucking love that city, man.
I gotta visit, man.
You got to visit. It's such a it's a really like that campus is beautiful, by the way. UT Austin campus is beautiful. Didn't see a
Mhm.
whole lot of it, but saw enough. The city out surrounding it as well. We when I visited the first time, we saw a good chunk of that city. Beautiful spot. What happened was I visited right, and I was with Jay and Jackson for the first half of that weekend, and then the second half of Saturday, and then like my flight. By the way, my flight was at 6 a.m. Sunday. So
Oh wow.
so
Yeah.
went to the competition, right? I met up
Yeah.
with the team at like 2 p.m. on that comp weekend. And it worked out because their tech time was in the morning. So they just
Mhm.
kind of had like a 5 hour gap in the middle of the day. And it's
Yeah.
only 8 teams, right? It's not a 16 team comp. So
Hmm.
it's a pretty big chunk. Like the comp only starts at like 5, 6 p.m. It's not
Yeah.
really that much. It's lighter in comparison.
Yeah.
Um, met up with the team at like 2 and like surprised the hell out of everybody in the hotel rooms. Like I knocked on the door. I stood there like this. I was like, and then
Yeah.
Shrieker opens the door and he looks at me. He's like, "Oh!" And then, it took him like a good 5 seconds for it to like
Yeah.
click that it's me.
Yeah.
Met up with everybody there. Surprised everyone. Um, you should have seen Raghavom's face, bro. This guy is his eyeballs are about to fall out of his head, bro.
Oh my gosh. So amazing, bro. I wish I could have come down,
I
bro.
know they missed you, man. They really
Yeah.
missed you.
I
I'm glad I called you while we were sitting there as well.
yeah.
But they really
Yeah.
missed you. Anyway, um, was with them for the entire time, right? And the typical pre-comp shenanigans. All the girls were doing their makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but go to
You
the
also
comp.
got makeup done, right?
What was it?
You also got makeup done?
They put the VTV on
Yeah.
my cheek, and they had like a thing, some sort of line or like triangle thing going on in their eye. I didn't do that. I'm not. I don't need all that.
Yeah,
um,
not yeah.
yeah. So Was with them before they went on stage. Before they so right after we called you and then hung up, right?
Yeah,
They walked outside because for some reason like backstage was outside for some reason, like outside of the venue.
that's
Um,
so weird,
I don't
bro.
know. I don't know. But we were there. I gave like your typical Nick Hill speech, like got everyone going.
Mhm.
And then all the newbies were standing to the side, right? And this was addressed to everybody. So I kind of like, what a speech happens on the side. I just hear like, oh my God, he's so good at talking. I'm like, okay, you got to
Yeah,
remember these are freshmen, bro. They don't.
yeah. And like yo, you also we like you've done this, like you've done
I've
that,
done this.
you
This shit
know?
is so like, come on now.
Yeah,
Like, me. Come on now.
type shit, type shit.
But
That's that captain, you know what I'm saying?
that's
Anyway,
like
but
captain mentality, you know what I'm saying? But um whole comp happens. They perform. Literally, I struggled to see like one fuck up on that stage. The energy was just lacking hella. And you and I were talking about this already,
yeah,
but do all that, go to the after party with everyone. And then
nice.
we get back from after party like 2 a.m. My flight's in 4 hours, dude. So I just didn't sleep.
You didn't sleep?
I just sat there on my phone until like 3:45, got an Uber to the airport, and then
Oh
went home.
wow. Oh
And that was
wow.
that, right?
You probably slept hella when you went home, right?
Dude, it was like 1 o'clock or something when I came back, right?
Yeah.
Knocked immediately. I
Yeah.
blinked, it was 8 p.m. It was,
Probably did not sleep the entire night then.
dude, no, I slept. I slept.
Oh, how
Because
does
we
it?
got work tomorrow, man.
I
Like,
guess you have to. Yeah, but still though, like that. How was work the next day? Was it like?
work was fun. I slept from like 1 to like 7. I was up from 7 to like 10, 11. Slept again until like 6, which is when I usually wake up. Went to work and I was chill.
Dang, you slept a whole lot when you came
I
back.
slept a whole lot because I had to catch up
Pretty
for
much
all the
all your
sleep that I
Sunday.
missed,
Yeah. That's low key like when we go drive back from these comps, the people that are in the car just
They
slump
knock.
tired.
They don't even realize. Which leads me to like, how the fuck did we make that drive back from Purdue, bro? How did we do that?
I think when I came back that night from Purdue, I I slept so much. I think I slept like 14, 15 hours the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah, man.
Because it was just I was so dead tired. Because also
Purdue took everything out of us. Like what
Purdue, 'cause
happened there?
the night before we left, I only got 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Us being captains, right? We cannot sleep that weekend.
Yeah.
So Friday to Saturday, um, I didn't really sleep that much. I'm pretty sure you didn't because we were in the same room. Yeah, we both didn't because we had so much to do.
Yeah.
Then next day happens, right? So
Dude, that room was funny. We were so delirious then. It was just like Raghav and Anakin. Just it's like they were fighting over the blanket at one point.
that's hilarious. Yeah, Anakin, because Anakin was like so sick that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my! And then Anakin, when he got to Purdue, he was slumped on that bed, and he took up the entirety of the bed. And Rocket was like, "What is happening? Well, how did I get mixed in with this?"
We thought we were so cool because we got our own separate room too. We were like,
Yeah,
you had like paid for it or something. He's like, I'm not sleeping next to everyone, bro. Like eight to
yeah,
nine people in a room, which
yeah,
clutch, by the way. I'm so glad we did.
yeah, yeah. Low-key clutch, but yeah,
Yeah.
but that was a fun weekend. But I don't know how we did that.
No.
I'm low kind of glad that we don't have to anymore. But a
No,
comp weekend,
I'm very
that's
happy. Yeah.
that's that's just that, yeah. But well, I want to talk about Chicago because that was the last time we spoke like thoroughly with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the whole hiatus from the podcast it was just like, both of us trying to get our lives together. Now it seems like you're smooth sailing. But the reason I was in Chicago and that I was supposed to go back down to Virginia Tech that weekend to see some of the boys because I know Sal and Aniket went along with my friend Sawick. Like a lot of our like hometown friends of ours just went down, and I was supposed to go that weekend, but then I got told like, hey, for training, you're gonna be flying out to St. Charles, Illinois. It's like bumfuck nowhere.
Yep.
Nothing's going on there. Like it's farmland. There's nothing that happens over there, right?
Right.
So it was such an interesting weekend because like think of this, right? It's a gated place, like it's a convention center, conference center. It's gated, an hour and 30 minutes away from Chicago, right?
Right.
And it's we all got flown out there, so we don't have cars. And we sleep in a hotel room that's as small as like half a dorm.
Damn.
Like think the dorms of Virginia Tech, it's half that size. And there's a bathroom there. There's like a bed, but that's pretty much it. There's like a sink, bathroom, and bed, and that's all that's there. Then we leave that hotel room like, the very next morning, go to a cafeteria, like how we would in school, like get a tray, put food down in our tray, eat our breakfast, then get up from that tray, like from eating a breakfast, go to essentially a class, like a
Yeah.
classroom, in our assigned seats, taking
Oh,
notes on a PowerPoint. For 2 weeks, we did this. And then when we got back, like, we had lunch at the same thing. Like we had lunch break, go to that same cafeteria, get lunch, go back to the classroom, take our notes in these PowerPoints. Then once 5 o'clock hit, we go back to our room, we settle down, we settle in. Then it becomes more like college, where it became like it felt like high school. It felt like college when we wake up and go to class, you know, in the same place we're living at, I guess. Then when it came to class, it felt like high school. Then when we ended our day, it felt like college again because there was pickleball courts, there were basketball courts, there were volleyball courts. And then there was also one bar at the convention center, right? And there was also like a gym, but the gym was always packed. I only went like twice because it was always packed. And the 2 times I did go, I woke up at 5 a.m. to go, which
damn.
is crazy. I don't know
Wait,
how it was.
respect. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was only 2 times, So I
Yeah.
guess respect me only for those 2 times. Anyway, uh, but like I'm thinking about it, right? This was like a daily thing every day. It's like this is kind of
Monotonous, ain't it?
like this is a crazy bubble that we're living in because
Yeah.
we got the same people, like we're in conversation with the same people. And first of all, shout out those people because like my cohort, I like love them so much. Like they
Oh,
are
that's
some
awesome.
really cool people, man. Like I uh I definitely got to know like a whole lot of them like very very closely. And like I got only like love for them because they made my time over there so much easier because again, it's a bubble, man. Like you're waking up and sleeping in the same spot. You're going to work in the same spot. So you're eating in the same spot. And it's only gonna get easier with the people that you're around. And if they're good people, which they were, it makes it so much better.
Hmm.
So it's just like a interesting concept, you know? We were training for 2 weeks in a bubble. But that weekend I saw you was when we got out because we just ordered Ubers and we got on the train over to Chicago. And that's when I met you because you were like super close. I'm just like, yo, let's go over to Chicago to meet up. So we got some Pequods. We went to the beach twice,
Oh man,
Lincoln Park area. We saw the zoo.
that
We even went to
beach,
Wicker Park
man.
for a little bit. Yeah,
That
that beach was nice, man. It felt so right. It felt so right being there.
that beach, man.
It was so
You know,
hot.
I dream about that beach still. You know how
Really?
like,
It was not
yes,
that on
bro.
the beach.
I no, okay. I was just in the gutter for like 3 months. Okay, you
That's fair.
gotta.
That's very fair. Yeah. Because I'm just like it's like Michigan Beach. Like you've 100 like Virginia Beach is a better beach than that beach for
Yeah,
sure.
okay, but still, again,
Yeah, I mean like
I
again, you
was
were in
just
the
I was
trenches.
just fucking going through it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm yeah. It was a good time though, like to get out of Chicago. Not out of Chicago, out of that bubble,
Yeah, yeah,
And then I spent one after I saw you, I spent one more week over there, in that same bubble. Um, but the food got so repetitive so fast because I'm also vegetarian, so there's only
right,
so many options for me,
right, right.
and it got really old really fast. My diet was bad. I was not exercising. I was exercising because I was still like playing pickleball, volleyball, basketball. Like I got like some sort of physical activity, whether it be lifting or cardio, almost like 4 times a week or so, like 3 or 4 times a week or so.
Good.
With like some of
Yeah.
my friends were there. But it was such a crazy like thing that happened.
So I guess a question for you then. Like you said that that gym was like packed, right? How
Yeah.
many people? So did they fly out everybody at the same time for training? Those 2 weeks are a training 2 weeks. Damn.
So there's start classes for Accenture,
Yeah.
and even though like I'm part of federal services, um, there also flew out everybody from LLP, but at the same time, it's a convention center not just for Accenture. Like RSM was also there for a little bit. I think the other group that was there before us was I don't know, but also Grant Thornton was there. So totaled people that were like between the ages of let's say 21 to like 26, which is a young demographic, was probably over like 500, 600 people,
Oof.
right? And because it's a young demographic, most young people do work out. So the gym is always going to be packed because everybody's working 9 to 5.
Right, right.
The gym, especially between 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
and then 5 to like 7, that's always also gonna be packed. So the only time it like wasn't really, really packed was from 5 to 6 o'clock or like at midnight.
Oof.
But we can't do that. So I sometimes I would sleep really early because sometimes it would drain me. Um, but yeah, you know,
Hella people, bro. Damn.
there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of people, a whole lot of people. But it was a good time.
Mm.
I wish I went down to tech though. I was 0 for 3 this entire time, but this entire like semester.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I'll somehow go down, see my friends. Because it's not just a dance team, but like I've one of my friends, Akil, was doing his master's over there. I want to go see him at least some point. And also, I want to go down for graduation, but I don't know if it's gonna happen because I think I might have plans during that time. I'm not sure exactly when graduation is, like for the May graduation.
Yeah.
But I know I'm busy from like May 8th to May 11th.
I
Yeah,
think you should be
I
good.
don't know though.
Graduation, I think, is after.
After, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's after
I
too.
think it's after. Yeah.
It's like May 10th onward.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even though like May 11th, I'm not free, but 12th, I'll be good to like go see them. It's like some of the people like Akash, for example, Raghav. It's people that are graduating and stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Harish,
I need to.
I
I
haven't
also.
caught up with Harish in a very long time, but yeah, we'll have him on the podcast at some point.
Yeah. 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 Oh man, Harish was very happy to see me when we went to
Really?
Austin. Yeah.
I can imagine. He probably was like, yeah, I mean, he's Harish. He's just smiling, like happy guy,
Yeah, man. He's he's matured a lot. I'll be honest. I
Really?
think this what's happening is like because he's now he's a senior with Akash and Raghav and them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's
And
kind
Rick,
of getting
gosh, I want to see everyone's graduation. But yeah,
he's getting that right because now he's kind of unk on that team now, you know.
yeah, he
So
is,
he's
bro.
yeah, it's a
He's probably
young
taking like
team.
an Anakin kind of role, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like we. I don't think they consult him as much
Hmm.
as we consulted Anakin. That being said, like we also did not have our shit together, so we
That's
needed to
fair.
consult Anakin a lot more.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no.
He's
He,
the
so
major reason he stayed on that team. But yeah.
yeah, no, def. I mean, so he's kind of taking this like little bit of like a he's like a internal. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, he's just
Yeah.
kind of like a
I
tier
know.
above. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a position
He
outside of
pushes
like
the
fundraisers.
status. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but he's kind of just like that. He embodies that a little bit more,
Yeah.
right?
League of respect sort of role.
Exactly, and it's good to see. He deserves it as well.
Yeah. For how long he's been on that team.
Yeah, yeah, hell of a comeback as well. This kid's got like he's improved, and especially having the year off essentially is what happened, right?
Mhm.
Um, he's gotten back to that level of dancing that that is required to be a big team now. So he's
Mhm.
there, right?
Yeah,
Which is
I did see him on stage at Jello, so
right. And usually when he dances, he sticks out. And you and I both know this. Even
yeah,
he knows it. Like back in the day, he used to stick out a lot, right?
yeah.
He didn't this time, and he's in a lot of pieces. I'm very proud of the kid, right? He's done well. So
Good for him, man.
yeah, man.
Dude, I was thinking about first of all, two things. Um, I'll get to the second thing first, actually. Do you always tie the strings on your hoodie? Because I
I
feel like I've noticed
do.
that you all the time. Like all the time. I've noticed that you tie the strings on your hoodie all the time.
I
I'm like,
fuck
is that more comfortable for you? Because I feel like when I tie it, right, then
yeah.
the hood itself, it starts like crumpling
It
because it's pulling, right?
it does. It you can
Do
see
you
it.
like the crumpled feeling? Because I
I
don't. I want to put the hood
I
up.
I don't like having the hoodie hang as much off my head, right? I have
Don't
a
like.
black hoodie. I have a black hoodie that doesn't have drawstrings, so it like it's huge. The pouch on
Uh,
it. It's kind of the look. I don't know. Fashion's like that nowadays.
yeah.
But I started doing this. Oh fuck! I started doing this like what high school, sophomore year high school. What it is the necklace. So I do this and I put the
Yeah.
necklace out like this, and I thought
I've
this
noticed
looks
that.
nice, huh?
I've noticed that. Like every time you wear a hood, it's always strings tied and the necklace out, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So I just don't like having the hood hang off, and I also like having the necklace out as well. So this
Yeah.
kind of accomplishes both. The look
So
is
if you tie the strings, is it easier for you to showcase the necklace?
yeah, yeah, because the necklace comes out, and then the little knot goes
Oh,
over
it
it.
goes above.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because the knots would usually cover it, wouldn't it?
Right.
Or no, the strings would cover it.
Exactly,
It does.
exactly.
Oh, I see. I
It's
see.
honestly, God, it's just a habit. Like I started doing it like what sophomore year of in high school, and I just
Mhm.
never stopped, and it was always a thing. Like subconsciously, I just do it with my hoodies.
I see.
right? I never have the drawstring hanging unless like the lace looks weird or whatever. But
Would you
still,
consider yourself like
huh?
a would you consider yourself like a big accessory guy? Because I see that you got the necklace. Because I know that you wear that necklace for like, special like sentiment, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that's it. So no, I wouldn't. This
That's
is the
fair.
only accessory I really have. And
What
then
about
like
for like, yeah, you have those like two bands and then the three bands technically. One is for what? Religious purposes, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean this is Raksha Bandhan, right? So
Raksha Bandhan. Yeah, okay.
I just never took it off. It's just
I
been
I'd say mine's still
yeah,
on right here.
yeah,
I remember
exactly.
the red right here. That's mine right there.
Um no, see, I wouldn't consider myself accessory because these never change. Like these have been I've always worn this thing. Like I have
I
not
know
taken
that.
this off in like years. Same with this. Like I've never taken these off. It's been years.
But those two bands.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the significance of those two bands?
But both are just Kobe's numbers, actually. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, actually? Oh, I see
24.
you. Oh, are you just a Kobe fan?
Yeah. And so yeah, not like a huge Kobe fan or anything, but like I got these around the time he passed away.
Oh, I see.
I always I enjoyed that like Mamba mentality type of like
Yeah.
you know. And so like me personally, I've never been like that killer instinct type of person. I've always just been like whatever, right? These
Mhm.
serve as a reminder, just some like do it sometimes. You gotta have it, you know.
Yeah.
Um
It's like that's sort of
and
like working. Keep your head down. Okay, keep your head in the book. Like,
exactly, right? Black and white as well. Yin yang. I don't know. There's not really much sentiment. It's just cool to me.
do you enjoy symbolism? Because I feel like that's kind of what it
Yeah,
is.
with everything I'm saying, sure,
Yeah.
yes. Um, yeah, yeah, I definitely
Like,
do.
would you get a tat ever? Have you? Do you have a tattoo?
No, no,
You don't have a
but
tattoo.
it's been on my mind for a long time. It's been on my mind to do
Yeah.
years and years. We're talking,
Would you like a
and
quote? I feel like you're
not
a
a
quote.
not a quote. So, oh fuck.
I'm like cutting. I like keep like bombarding you with questions, but like yeah,
No, no,
keep.
no, no. This is great. I mean, that's the pot, ain't it?
I guess so.
Hold on. This is great that I have this. So there's a game, right? There's a game on the Switch called like Legend of Zelda, which you've definitely heard of.
Oh
Hopefully,
yeah, I had it on the Wii, bro.
there you go, man.
Good.
So, this game, right? Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild was the first game that came out on the Switch when this dropped, right? In
Yeah,
like 2016, 2017. That was the first game that me and my brother played like through and through. It's a
yeah.
beautiful game, dude. Like it's not even like a multiplayer or anything. It's like a story based, whatever.
It is.
Um,
It's yeah.
beautiful game. Like the soundtrack was beautiful to it. Even when I study nowadays, like I'll just play like the background noise from the game or the background music. The story that was involved in it. Point is, like it was such a beautiful game, and it was something that me and my brother played through for like a whole month. Like every day we would go through and play like an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like a core memory for me as well. There's symbolism within the game as well. So Zelda, the franchise has like these three triangles,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
which have each one of the little triangles in between are like it's called a triforce, right? And then triforce of courage, strength, wisdom are the three, which
Mhm.
is it's symbolism in itself, and that's a cool message to have. There's a lot of
That's
tiers
cool.
to this. You see my point, right? That one little triangle has all of this associated with it. That's something I would get tatted at some point
That's
because
tough.
of the symbolism for it.
Mhm. And like how
Um,
much it means to you, like with your brother and stuff.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
the same thing
So,
with like me and my older brother and my twin Aryan.
mhm.
Um, we would play so many Wii games. I'm like looking at my Wii right now. We still have it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, we play like Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, then like all the Mario games, like Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2,
Oh,
and then like Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then like Epic
dude. Oh
Ski.
my
It's like
gosh.
all these like throwbacks, dude. All these throwbacks. We
We
should like
were
rank these games. We should like rank like we should do a blind ranking. Also,
yeah.
that's my next topic. We should like figure out segments to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, but there was we used to play also Zelda too. There was Legend of Zelda or is that the one where he turns into a werewolf?
Sky no, no. Oh fuck,
Is
what's it?
that Breath? No, that's not Breath of the
No,
Wild.
Breath of the Wild is a Switch. Skyward Sword. No, it wasn't Skyward Sword. Ah,
Twilight Zone. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So,
Twilight Princess, I think.
Twilight
There
Princess.
you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
me and my brothers would always play that. But yeah, core memory, man. I feel like those like I was never like an interactive like video game person where we would play I don't know like Roblox and Minecraft and like
No,
Fortnite.
same.
But I
Yeah.
used to play a lot of those stories like adventure mode sort of things, and I used to love it, man. I used to Like Pokemon, my core Pokemon person right here. Used to be. I
I
don't know
still
too many
am, bro. Hell
Pokemon.
yeah, I still am. Let me go find it.
Like we used to have this whole like shoebox of Pokemon cards. I'm sure we still have it somewhere, but there were so many. Oh yeah, the Greninja right there.
Come
Yes.
on now. I
Oh,
still got
you
like
you brought that? You brought that to Wisconsin?
no, so I okay. Hold on.
Like
Every
I was
time I
just
go to Target, like they'll have like the little packs, and they're like $5. So every time I go to Target, I'm like, I kind of got to, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I go and buy them, right? And I had like I bought like three or four. Because my brother has the whole collection at home. This kid's fucking rich, bro. You should see the collection. He's easily a millionaire. It's not even funny.
For Pokemon cards?
Yes, bro. Like, let me
That's
find the
hilarious.
picture. This kid has so many, and like so many good ones at that too.
Yeah.
He's sitting on like money, by the way. He is like rich if he sells these, which he never
That's
will. I will make sure he never does. But
yeah. It's
um
collectible.
no, absolutely. So every time I go to Target, I buy like a little pack. And so eventually I bought this like little binder that comes with it. And so I just keep them in here.
Oh, that's sick.
That's
Okay,
all that.
yeah.
But
What you're saying.
I still am, bro. Like me and my brother. So I was a big like Nintendo kid growing up, right? So like I didn't really play any of like I have an Xbox. I didn't really play the Fortnites and the
Yeah.
anything like that. That was never me.
Yeah.
The Pokemon like I still like whenever the new Pokemon games come out, I still play them sometimes. It's more my brother. I play like vicariously through him.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I would say like if I do, it's like with my cousins or whatever.
exactly. But it's like it was such like that's another one of those things that's like it has such sentimental value, like the nostalgia associated with it. Like
Yeah.
it's something that I like. I'm never. I don't want to grow up from that. You know, that's
Yeah.
it's near and dear to my heart. I'm
It's
still
like
like,
how people still watch SpongeBob today. Like I was talking to one of my coworkers. He's my senior.
mhm.
Um, he was going like, man, I still watch SpongeBob today, man, because I feel like it's much more relatable today. Like, what's it called? There was this one scene where he was talking about where he talks to Squidward going like, Squidward, aren't you so happy? There's more work to do. And then he turns around to the customer, takes like gives a bat to him, and then Squidward goes like, please hit me with this as hard as you can. He's like, bro, how much like SpongeBob has become so much more relatable.
Like I get it now.
Oh, right?
I'm just like him.
Like SpongeBob do like Pokemon, man. Like these you there's it's important to like not let go of those things because like they mean so much to us, you know. Like it's important to like I guess like let it go in a sense where just like yeah, like we're older now, but it's okay to, go to your inner child, I
Dude,
guess.
I saw something on Twitter a while ago where like from I think when you're a kid to age like yeah, it's 18, 19,
Mhm.
maybe 16, so around there, right? You're a kid. And then from 16 to like 20, you're like embarrassed by these type of things. You know, you don't want to like if you're still a kid and you still like do all these things, it's embarrassing. You want to show your friends, like you want to be cool or whatever, you want to fit
Yeah.
in or whatever. Then like you get to 22, 23, and then all of a sudden, like I don't like hell yeah, fuck it.
Sure.
That's dope as hell, you know? Like
Yeah. Like this is me,
this is me, you know? I don't
This is what
care.
I'm gonna do.
So
Dude, yeah, I miss that. But like symbolism is a big thing for you. I, I
absolutely.
enjoy like symbolism when it makes sense. Like I enjoy symbols. I can respect a lot of symbolism. Yeah, that's why I enjoy tattoos. I don't have a tattoo. I don't think I ever will get a tattoo because my mom does not like tattoos. So I mean like she's the kind of person that goes like, no studs, no don't dye your hair, um, no tattoos, no nothing, right? Um, so I remember telling her one day going like, Mom, when I come back from college, I'm gonna get fake grills, like the magnet studs, like the spray paint on my hair, or like a wig maybe, and then like there's those fake tattoos that look real and just make you super upset. And then like she was so pressed at me. Like in a funny way, but she was so pressed. I'm just like, Mom, I'm just joking. Because like I mean, yeah, if my mom says it, like it's my mom's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shut up. But I enjoy like I've like people that have tattoos. I enjoy talking about those tattoos that have symbolism, because it means so much to them.
right.
So I enjoy talking about it.
Yeah. My by the way, my parents were like the same way.
Really,
Um, but not from the sense of anything like look wise or spiritually whatever. Their problem was not that. Their problem was with like the sanitation of it. So getting your
really.
ears pierced, you know, the little like if I went to Claire's, okay.
Mhm.
Which is and they have like this little like gun type of
Yep,
thing.
I know what you're talking. I've seen it
You know what
before.
I'm saying? So they were very concerned, like, get you, I don't care, get your ears pierced or whatever, but like make sure that needle is sterile so you don't get no infections and all of that, right?
Yeah.
That's their concern. Tattoos, same thing. Like make sure whatever needle that they little,
Uh,
machine or whatever, that thing better be clean. And it usually isn't, which is why they're like, no, 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 you do not.
don't
No,
do
you know?
tattoos.
I
Yeah.
like I had to like call Claire's and make sure that the process that they use is like a sterile thing. And my
Yeah.
mom made me do that
Oh my God.
before doing it.
Yeah. And do
Um,
you still wear your studs?
I do. I just don't have them in right now. And
Yeah.
actually, I never wear studs either. I always got the hoops going.
Oh yeah, the hoops. Yeah.
Hmm.
I know what you're saying.
Which I know I don't like the studs make me feel a little bit too like fuck boy, so I don't really I don't
I
really
get.
wear.
Yeah, yeah. I like we used to wear not used. Geez, that's I never did this actually. I had a friend that had magnet studs that he let me try on once. Um, I don't think I just like the look of them on me. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're cool. They're if people can rock them, then they rock them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I think Vihan recently got studs.
I
Like
was just about to say. I
he
was
can wear studs. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah,
man can wear studs.
yeah.
Um,
Them
but
studs, oh, I'll tell you what, for Vihan, man, those studs like inflated his ego like 5 times. Dude, this guy he got them studs and he started acting different, bro.
that's so funny, bro. That's hilarious. That sounds like Beyond too. So like I'm not gonna question that, you know. Shout
I
out.
love that kid, bro. That kid,
He's a good
he hasn't changed. Okay, by the way, just for your information, when
kid.
going to Austin, and if anything, he's just gotten a little like he just sticks his chest out a little bit more when he walks around.
That's so funny. It's hilarious. Dude, yeah, good kid. I mean he makes the effort to call me every so often.
No, same, yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, he's good at that actually too. So like, you know, respect to him, like, shout out him, you know, for real.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you would never get your hair dyed, right?
Oh,
Even though
hell
I
no.
know, like, remember that one time where you had to dye your hair?
Oh my goodness, have we talked about that on the pod? I feel like we have.
I don't think
Actually,
so.
no, I don't think
I
so.
also don't even know the entirety of the Have we talked about it?
No, okay, okay. Let's talk about it then.
Yeah. Because I know you lost a bet.
I did lose it. So this was what 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, this was around NBA playoff time
Yeah.
when the Heat were playing the Bucks. Okay, and uh, the thing had just started, or the series had just started, and I didn't know that Giannis was going to be out for as long as he was. Right.
Mhm.
Um. So at the beginning, I was like, dude, the Bucks are winning that series easy. Like, what? That's not even a question.
Not a question.
And then Akash had bet me that like no, the Heat are winning that series for sure. I'm like, what? You're crazy. I like somehow we get to arguing, right? And then eventually at the end of it is like, okay, fine. If they win, I'll dye my hair Miami red. Okay, I will dye my hair red. And he's like, oh, like hey, fuck yeah. And he was so enthusiastic about it. I'm like, what, dude? You're losing this bet. And
Yeah.
the losing bet was like he'll dye his hair green if the Bucks win.
Hmm.
Okay. So then Giannis all of a sudden gets injured.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, you know.
You're just
um, Whole series goes by, and then like as we get closer and closer, I'm like, guys, like I cannot dye my hair. Like I got interviews and shit. Like I need to get a job, bro. This is not good.
like shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I had it. So the original bet was like, "I'll dye your hair, permanently. Like it'll get dyed that color, and then you got to live with it for however long." I was like, "There's no fucking shot. I'm not doing that." Eventually, I worm my way out to have like the temporary dye, and they'll spray it in my hair. But
Yeah.
then, when it happened, right, um, we were supposed to do it before that little like send off that the little send off dinner that we had.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do it before, but I had an interview like the day after the day that we had it scheduled. So like, guys, you cannot dye my hair red because I have an interview tomorrow. This is not
Yeah.
happening. Like we cannot do this. So then
Yeah.
it got pushed to that day. We
Oh,
did it there. So when we all went to the Vero thing, we were dressed up too. By the way, we were wearing like dress shirts and stuff,
you're doing
which
white
is
dress.
like so devious of them. But anyway, wore in a dress shirt and everything. And like I had to like I had like a trash bag that I cut the hole out of
Yeah.
the bottom and I put on the trash bag so it wouldn't get on my shirt and shit.
Yeah.
And I had to like give a small speech. I'm like, I sincerely apologize. Like I was some YouTuber who like made a mistake or some shit.
That's hilarious. Bro, that reminds me of the bet that I made with Anikit. We got to get him back on the pod because the over under what it was 1.3 times a week, right? I
Yeah.
took over and he
Yeah.
took the
Oh
under.
yeah, yeah.
So then if I lose, I have to do a street interview like, oh, like, what would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10? Turn off for the
Mhm.
coach, spin for the camera. Oh God, I really hope I win that back because I am not trying to do that, dude.
No, but see, he's also I feel like he's the type of person to like purposely not go to Taco Bell though. Just to win that bet.
No, no, no. That okay. It has to be from the time that we
From when
filmed
that podcast happened.
because I know he hasn't had Taco Bell in like 2 months. You know what I'm
See?
saying? But that doesn't count because yeah, that doesn't count
Wait, when are we counting from?
from that time we filmed the podcast.
Dude, you might be screwed here. I can't lie to you.
Nah, am I? No way.
You might be.
How? Because no, he got Taco Bell. He's got Taco Bell twice in one day, bro. Like he's done that. He's done that, bro. Oh my gosh. I can't we're talking about Taco Bell again on this podcast.
We have a problem.
But dude, okay, going back to the second thing I wanted to ask you. So now that we like started back at this podcast, and I think we only have so much time left.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
Oh my gosh, you did it again.
Really?
Yeah. I think we're at like 55, 56.
No way. Also, people told me I think we talked about this last podcast, like, oh, like shorten the podcast. But like I don't give a shit, you know what I'm saying? Um, but now that we're back from this hiatus, I think maybe we should think about this is mostly on me, I feel, because I know you do a lot of the other work. I feel like I should be one responsible for thinking of how to structure this podcast, but the maybe like organizing it through like segments, and I feel like people have told me this, people have probably told you this too
Yeah.
about like
And I'm
segment.
I'm definitely with it as well. It makes a lot of sense. I think
You had an idea about doing reactions to some what was it?
music. That's what it
Music,
was.
yeah, yeah.
We
I
get,
don't know if it's like trailers or music or something.
we get like a song of the day or whatever, a song of the
Yeah,
pod.
yeah, song of the week, right?
And we would like either either blind listen, like we
Mm.
have the song playing like on the podcast, which I'm now thinking is probably not a good idea because of like copyright and stuff. But
We're also like so small. Does that matter? Like, how much does that matter?
if you
Does
play
it
the
matter?
whole song, like I get, dude, even for my short film, sometimes like I can't use more than
Really?
10 seconds. If you play more than 10 seconds, it's copyright.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And even the instrumental, like I'll take the instrumental of a song. So no lyrics, and I'll put it in the back
Wait, then
while I'm speaking. And it'll still flag sometimes here and there.
how does
I've figured it out, but still.
how does DDN do that then?
TDN.
Because all their mixes are like from songs that have already been done.
I guess they're mixed though. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's not the actual core song. Um,
That's a
for
that
example,
that
if TK were to go through and like mix a piece, right? It's his body of work afterwards. He's gone through and it's not the core song. If there's two songs that he's merged them together, that end product is not a song that exists, right?
Hmm.
So
I
you
see.
can't copyright that because that's him that's done it. The issue is if you take somebody else's, like if I took a song, like a Travis Scott song, and
Mhm.
put it in my body of work, no
Yeah.
editing, no nothing, then it's a problem, right?
Hmm.
The instrumental as well is kind of a gray area, but yeah, it happens too.
I see.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
we can still do it. It would probably just not be like a play the song on podcast and like live react. We'd probably like listen beforehand and give our thoughts or something. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll
But
figure that part out. But
I
segments,
like the segments. The segment idea is something we should definitely do, right?
yeah. Yeah.
It's good for the viewers as well, more
Yeah,
than anything.
right. So like, I mean, I guess for the people that are watching, you guys probably all have one of our numbers because there's no way somebody like right. Like everybody had nobody that's listening to this does not have our number. We're so small. But text us like some segment ideas because we need that. Well, I think I wrote some of them down, like obviously like blind drafts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also like I feel like a lot of people do that, and I don't want to just like. I mean, I like those ideas because they're fun to do, but creating something original would be like nice, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Let me
Yeah.
try to find like one of these docs that we made. Oh, like random hypothetical questions.
Mhm.
That's not really like a segment though. That's just more like
No,
talking.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Um, yeah, I can't like finding segments to do would be cool.
Well,
Like
you know what? That's something we can do. Like we'll think about it on our own, right? Reach out to people if anyone
yeah,
has ideas. Like anyone's watching, please reach out.
yeah,
Fuck,
yeah,
because we need
yeah,
it. But
yeah. Just text us because
yeah,
you definitely have our number because there's he's very surprised. Yeah, anyway,
yeah,
but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
I
no,
do.
like, yeah. Like,
It's good to be
segment,
back though.
like, segment
I'll say
ideas.
that much. It's definitely good to because I like I've been meaning to at the very least come back to this.
Yeah,
Because it was fucking fun, bro, when we were doing it. It was
yeah.
like
Getting
it
guests on.
yeah, and the guest, like we gotta honestly bring like we might be at the point where we start refreshing, and the same people that we've had on, we might bring them back again, low key. Like
Yeah.
I'm very down
Well,
to
I
consider.
think it's we should definitely bring because I feel like the people that we did bring on are the people that we wanted to be like reoccurring guests.
Mhm.
But we still should get like the ones that we should be
The
getting
ones
in.
we had lined up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good amount lined up.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe next podcast. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do one is, but it's probably gonna be sooner than 2 months from now.
yeah.
Hopefully within like December, like at least
Mhm.
one or two more in December.
I'd say
But
so. Yeah, yeah.
so we'll see how it goes. But segments, I think for the next podcast, I'm gonna start thinking about segments, and then we can pilot them and trial and error sort of them. But I mean, I'm excited for the way that this is gonna go now because I feel like we had some time to like reflect and also like know how much because this is fun, for both of us. So it'd be cool to like actually like keep making it more and more fun by like adding more structure to it.
No, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean that's how it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, is that a wrap?
I think it's a wrap. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
that's a
it's
good place to cut it right there.
better right there. All right, y'all. I mean, thanks for joining on this User Head podcast. And um I would say that we used our head today.
I would say so as well.
For
First
sure.
time in a while, yeah, but yeah.
It's been too long, but I'm happy that we did this.
No, me too.
That was such a PC ass answer. Holy shit. I'm happy we did this. Jeez. Okay, I need to get back on this podcasting because that
Damn.
was but yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll see
All right.
y'all.
We'll see
Peace.
you. Peace, peace.